In 2024, I got laid off.
Oh no.
So,
How you get your new opportunity after getting laid off? How Cursor AI changed your life?
like learning to code is more important than ever. अभी when you earn in dollars, एक बार जब उसका चस्का लग जाता है, उसके बाद going back to your currency is very difficult.
So how would you start in 2025 if you had to become an iOS developer from scratch?
What I'm earning now is something I did not imagine before.
So hello everyone, today we are at CES and especially Rudrang came from India to meet me at CES. It was an amazing experience. We had a blast, lot about AI agents, AI, robots, lot of coming in 2025. But today, especially in this video, Rudrang is going to share how to become a freelance software developer, especially an iOS developer in 2025. So hi Rudrang, can you please introduce yourself?
So hi everyone, right now I'm Rudrang Kriyam and I came to CES because of Harnoor, because I got to know about the media access, because like मेरे को हमेशा लगता था कि पब्लिक के लिए नहीं होता CES and only media gets the access, but I got to know that you can apply as a media. So I used my blog to use, like, the views that I got on my blog like match the criteria for getting the media access pass. And that's my introduction to CES. And my introduction right now is I am an iOS developer, Apple platforms developer for almost I think 6-7 years. And right now I'm working on everything related to developer experience for Alex Sidebar, which is a tool, an AI assisting coding tool for working with Xcode, which is the IDE that we use for developing iOS apps.
So, सबसे पहले, I want to know your journey of becoming iOS developer because things have completely changed. Like, पहले, it was really easy to stand out. India में not many people had MacBook. And if you just become a decent iOS developer, थोड़ा बहुत UI करना है. I remember, because I was an Android developer, like simple project is asked in a startup. Simple Android startups, where like they ask you just to create one Android app, 2 server calls, and you're set. You're in. So how have things changed, and how did you get your first iOS development opportunity?
So this is back in 2018. So मैं 2017 में कॉलेज शुरू किया and I got a new MacBook Air, a silver shiny MacBook Air, और मेरे सारे कलीग्स जो थे उन्होंने बोला कि तो उस पर CS नहीं काउंटर स्ट्राइक नहीं खेल सकता and it's useless. तो मुझे ऐसा कुछ करना था जो उनके विंडोज़ मशीन नहीं कर सकते. So 2018 में I got to know about iOS development and I tried. सही चला. Then I tried for GSOC, Google Summer of Code. I could not get in, so I kind of quit. But मैंने एक अपने कॉलेज में रेपुटेशन बना लिया कि ही नोज़ iOS डेवलपमेंट. तो सीनियर्स ऑफ माई कॉलेज रीच्ड आउट टू मी कि हमारे पास एंड्रॉयड ऐप है, इनका iOS वर्जन चाहिए. दे गेव मी अ वेरी स्मॉल बेसिक असाइनमेंट कि वी हैव द स्क्रीन, मेक इट इन iOS. मैंने स्टोरी बोर्ड पे ऐसे बटन्स डाल दिए एंड they were like, wow, amazing, you are very good. And I was like, that's how I got my first opportunity as an internship in iOS development.
So your seniors needed help. And आप उनके टच में थे,
मैं उनके टच में नहीं था, बट बिकॉज मेरे सब क्लास में जानते थे कि रुद्रांक iOS डेवलपमेंट में है, सो दे रिकमेंडेड मी टू देम. यस.
So basically, you stood out in the crowd.
Yes.
Like Apple devices were accessible only by the richest crowd. Even like US में, like when I was in college, like not everyone had MacBooks. I think it was like 30 to 40%. India में और lower होती है percentage.
मेरी क्लास में मैं था 40 बच्चों में और एक दूसरा उसने अगले साल लिया था, लिटरली 2.
So that's how you stood out in the crowd and you took the road not taken and you got it. But right now, everyone wants to be unique. तो iOS development की community देखी जाए, India में there are thousands to क्या lakhs of developers in iOS right now. Like even a big tech company and a startup, they have some team in India. कोई भी देख लो, even AR VR में they have, because they can find developers in cheap. So it's really hard to stand out. So share how things have changed for you now.
So I कोडेड बैक इन द एरा जब हम खुद ऐसे एक एक बटन टाइप करते थे और सब कुछ कोड हम खुद लिखते थे. उस समय GPT उस टाइम तो लिटरली नहीं था. एंड अभी तो इट्स सो ईजी कि हम लेट्स से हम कोई भी सॉफ्टवेयर यूज़ कर रहे हैं, हम टैब क्लिक कर रहे हैं और अगले सारे लाइन्स आ रहे हैं, एक चैट लिख रहे हैं कि हमें ये दिक्कत आ रही है, प्लीज़ इसका ऐप बना दो या कोई फीचर ऐड कर दो या ये इशू आ रहा है. लाइक लोग लिटरली दिमाग भी यूज़ नहीं करना पड़ रहा है. एंड इवन दो जो पीपल जिनको कोडिंग का एक सी भी नहीं पता हो, वो भी अपने लिए एक ऐप बना पा रहे हैं, विच इज़ वेरी ग्रेट बिकॉज द एंट्री बहुत कम हो चुका है. एंट्री टू बैरियर.
But I would disagree because like front end कोई बता सकता है. अभी like a 5-year-old can create a front end of any app, iOS, full stack in 5 minutes. But back end बनाने के लिए you need some basics, some core skills like networking and all that skills which senior engineers know end to end. अगर if I just talk about some terms, people will like blow proxy, split tunneling, networking. And these terms might blow people's mind. Abhi watching कहेंगे कि ये क्या बोल रहा है. But when you do some network calls, you may need to know these terms. So इसके लिए there is still demand. There is still 10x developers who know these skills, who can handle backend. उनकी ज़रूरत है. So उनके लिए how have things changed?
So what I think is like there's two steps. One is someone जो बस AI को use कर रहा है कोड करने के लिए but has no idea कि क्या चल रहा है. And the second जो AI को use, they can already code वो जो कर सकते हैं, like जो AI कर सकता है, but वो उसको use कर लें to augment their work, कि जल्दी कर लें जिससे वो और शिप कर सकें. And you have to be someone जो second वाला हो, not the first, कि वो कुछ भी कर रहा है and you have no idea क्या हो रहा है. Like learning to code is more important than ever abhi, because if you know कि वो AI क्या कर रहा है, then you can stood out. Because what I think, it's my personal opinion, AI won't replace like software developers, but जो AI को अच्छे से use कर सके will replace someone who's a software developer, like a software developer who is very well versed with the AI tools.
Absolutely. A good example is like if AI is a great teacher, you can talk to AI in Spanish, Hindi, great at practicing, IELTS, TOEFL exam. But why the market with teachers and language teachers, translators, haven't reduced? We still have them, right? The same cheese there. Maybe like with software engineers, we will become 10x developers. The number of engineers needed will decrease, but at the end of the day, the expert engineers are still needed.
Yes, so it's like you have to adapt. It's the survival of the fittest, and वो बहुत transparent हो रहा है अब, and it is very important to stand out in a way कि you can ship more and you have an idea कि what you're shipping about.
Totally. So now let's get into you becoming a remote developer. You are a freelance developer. You travel the world. So how did that happen? You got your first opportunity from your college. So uske baad, how did you step up the ladder, and why?
Why? Oh, that's a very good question. So I did an internship. Then the next year I did try for Google Summer of Code again. I tried for this scholarship by Apple. It's called WWDC scholarship, where they have 350 students to try and create a project, and they select them, and 150 also get financial aid with like flight उनका cover करते हैं
और
stay सबका cover करते हैं, but flights as well. So you go to like attend, like in 2019 I attended like 10 days, everything covered by Apple, to go to Apple's conference, and वहाँ that was my first international trip. दिमाग मेरा एकदम खुल गया कि ये जो tiny bubble जो मेरा था न्यू दिल्ली में जो मैं रह रहा था, the world is very big. वहाँ के डेवलपर से मिलना एंड उनसे बात करना, what they're working on, जो मैं घर बैठे मेटा, गूगल, एप्पल ऑफ कोर्स, उनके इंजीनियर से नहीं मिल सकता था. वो कैसे सोचते हैं मैं सोच भी नहीं सकता था. वो एक दिमाग खुला, एंड उसके बाद आई वाज लाइक लेट्स गेट इनटू iOS डेवलपमेंट मोर, इसको चांस देते हैं. लाइक देयर वाज अ लॉट ऑफ नॉइज़ कि iOS डेवलपमेंट का निश बहुत निश है, रिस्क होगा जॉब में, प्लेसमेंट नहीं लगेगी, विच इज़ वेरी कॉमन व्हेन यू आर इंडिया. आई न्यू दैट लाइक मेरे पास कोई बैकअप भी नहीं था, सो इट वाज लाइक ईदर गो ऑल इन और नथिंग. सो आई वेंट ऑल इन.
वाओ. सो यू वेंट ऑल इन फॉर दैट इंटर्नशिप. कैसे पता चला आपको?
तो ये स्कॉलरशिप के बाद द नेक्स्ट ईयर
स्कॉलरशिप कैसे पता चला?
स्कॉलरशिप, सो देयर वाज दिस गाय, इट वाज अ वेरी रैंडम ग्रुप, एक ऐसा about scholarships, and usme there was this guy who became my friend, Shinchan, and after talking to him I realized it's a big deal कि अगर हो जाए. Then he was like very helpful to help me guide कैसे इसको try कर सकते हैं, कैसे visa का application वगैरह. तो when I got to know about the scholarship from him, then उसके बाद I was like ये तो करना है.
No, which community were you part in, right? क्योंकि एक average student in India who has like basically handful of iOS passionate engineers, तो आपको worldwide communities इनके बारे में नहीं पता होता. So which community? Say.
So at that time it was just a random WhatsApp group that I had joined. It was like just scholarships in like Indian students के लिए क्या क्या हो सकता है.
Okay, so you got this, and इसके बाद
So इसके बाद in 2019 I was like कि iOS development करते हैं. In 2020 so in 2019 there's very one big thing that changed the trajectory of my life was I got active on Twitter. It's a social media platform that we know, and after going to WWDC everyone was posting about कि हम यहाँ पे हैं. So I also wanted that validation. So I started posting about it. उस time पे a framework was launched, Swift UI, and because it was like a new framework, everyone started at zero, even the experts or the beginners, right? So I started posting about all the small bits, and there was because it was new, everyone was very curious कि कैसा काम करता है. So I started posting about it, writing articles, and I like started getting a good amount of followers. So in 2020, I saw this opportunity like by a Apple engineer कि we are hiring software engineers. So I took this risk. So there's this one fundamental thing that I follow in my life every time is कि will I regret in like later in life, even like 10 months or 5 years? And if the answer is an instant yes, then I will do like उसका opposite करूँगा. So I saw that opportunity. मैंने उनको उसी टाइम पे DM किया कि if you ever hire an intern, if your team ever needs an intern, please let me know. Here's my resume. ऐसे ही मैंने like क्या cold mail cold DM कर दिया. And 3 महीने बाद they reached out to me कि we are looking for interns and do you want to interview? मैंने बोला of course, and I had an interview process with them, and I was the only intern who worked with Apple Cupertino from India.
Wow. So I think you stood out because you reached out to the company when they hadn't even started to hire.
Exactly.
So aap stood out, and because of Twitter, right? You know, a lot of people are getting a head start. Jैसे Perplexity का CEO, like he is like one of the fastest unicorn founder right now. Even though when he was not hiring, he got so many emails. He shares that as well. So many passionate people he hired like that. So I think being on good platforms like LinkedIn and Twitter and following the right people is important.
The thing is, when you start getting active on Twitter, people see, like the internet sees. It's like घर बैठे तो मैं भी गुड़गांव में रहता हूँ. So गुड़गांव में रह के पूरे दुनिया से लोग लिख रहे हैं, 100-150 कंट्री से लोग देख रहे हैं मेरा ट्वीट, विच इज़ अनबिलीवेबल. लाइक वी शुड बी वेरी ग्रेटफुल कि हम इंटरनेट एरा में रह रहे हैं, एंड नाउ AI एरा में यू कैन इवन गेट द ट्वीट्स रिटन बाय AI. So
Totally.
it's like you just need to put in the efforts up. Like
got it. Now like at Apple, your trajectory skyrocketed because
उसके बाद it's like getting an IT in ठप्पा कि एक बार Apple का ठप्पा resume में लग गया, things got very easy because I can just say कि I worked at Apple and then getting. So after that I did like 6 internships during my 4 year of college, and the last internship they offered me a pre-placement offer. But उसी time पे I also got a freelance opportunity because my best friend got reached out कि Swift UI का related उनको काम चाहिए. He was not working on Swift UI उस time पे, but because मैं Twitter पे इतना post कर रहा था Swift UI के बारे में, he referred me कि ये बंदा है, इससे बात कर लो.
Wow, because you head started, right? Swift
Yes.
I think 5 or 6 आ चुके हैं, right?
हाँ जी.
So Swift UI 5 and 6 is there, and you were learning from Swift UI 1.
Yes.
So you know how it has evolved.
Yes, I have gone through the pains and बहुत ऐसी रातें जब मैं रो रहा था क्योंकि इतने changes आए थे and I was helpless क्योंकि तुम एक client को नहीं बोल सकते कि SwiftUI में ये कुछ फट गया है कि 13.3 और 13.4 में change क्यों दिख रहा है, वो नहीं समझेंगे iOS 13 का, उनको काम चाहिए. So I have seen those dark moments, but that was worth it. Like persevering those times was worth it.
Totally. So you got all the dream opportunities you could think of. अब यहाँ से when you graduated in 2021, how did you got the first remote opportunity? And when did you think कि you want to live like a digital nomad?
तो उसके बाद लाइक एज आई मेंशन मेरे फ्रेंड ने मेरे को रिकमेंड किया स्विफ्ट एयर प्रोजेक्ट के लिए. दे हैड अ प्रोसेस की 2 हफ्ता हम वो करेंगे ट्रायल, एंड इफ़ यू वर्क वेल देन वी कंटिन्यू द लाइक हाई फ्रीलांस. तो आई वाज ओके विद दैट बिकॉज जो वो मुझे जो पे कर रहे थे वॉज 3 times जो मेरे को इंडियन स्टार्टअप का ऑफर आया था.
Wow.
व्हेन यू अर्न इन डॉलर्स, एक बार जब उसका चस्का लग जाता है, उसके बाद गोइंग बैक टू योर करेंसी इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट.
If you feel comfortable, can you share how much did you earn with first opportunity?
So
remote?
it was $20 per hour,
Uh-huh.
and I think my startup that I worked for was like $6 an hour, which is still above, which was like 1.2 lakhs a month. Like
So-
the startup that offered me, and this company, like this remote job, was I think 3 lakhs, and that 3 lakhs out of college is a lot of money.
So 36 lakh versus 12 lakhs almost.
Yes.
Wow. So now एक एवरेज बंदा लाइक गेट्स हैप्पी वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस क्रिएट करके वो खुश हो जाएगा, वो यहीं पे रहेगा.
नहीं तो यहाँ
हाउ डिड यू थॉट कि मुझे ऊपर ही जाना है?
क्योंकि जब मेरे को लगा कि अब डॉलर्स में कमा सकता हूँ, आई स्टार्टेड सर्चिंग फॉर मोर अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ इन ऑन ट्विटर फॉर पीपल हु आर लुकिंग फॉर iOS डेवलपर्स. आई स्टार्टेड, तो एक टाइम पे बिकॉज आई नो कि ये रिमोट जॉब कभी भी जा सकती है. आई डिड नॉट हैव द स्टेबिलिटी, क्योंकि ये रिमोट है और फ्रीलांस पे कॉन्ट्रैक्ट पे है, यू कैन बी लाइक लेट गो विदाउट एनी सीवरेंस और एनीथिंग. So I started working overtime like 12 hours every day, and I got 2 another clients from Twitter.
Oh.
So I was managing 3 clients. कि अगर एक भी छोड़ता है तो I still have like 2 clients.
Okay. So how many hours were you giving towards coding that time?
I think around से 12 hours, because at that time I was not traveling. कुछ भी travel का related नहीं था. 2021 I was just कि पैसा कमाना है मुझे अभी.
तो ये रिमोट लाइक जब आप दो करते हो, कैन यू शेयर हाउ डज योर वर्क इज डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड? कितनी मीटिंग्स होती हैं? और क्योंकि रिमोट जो काम होता है दे केयर मोर अबाउट
The work.
वर्क. उनकी मीटिंग्स भी नहीं होती, वो स्लैक पे
होती.
बुलाते हैं जरूरत हो. सो
Slack पे, yes.
यस. सो कितना, सो 12 घंटे काम करते हो. सो लेट्स से यू वर्क 6 hours फॉर वन कंपनी, 6 hours फॉर सेकंड कंपनी. सो कैन यू शेयर स्केड्यूल कि कितना स्लैक पे बातें होती है, कितना कोर कोडिंग होती है?
तो उस टाइम पे द फर्स्ट कंपनी जो ऑफर किया था 4 hours पे काम कर रहा था, एंड इट वाज प्योर वो कि काम करना है, स्लैक पे थोड़ा सा अपडेट दे दिया, दैट्स इट. बहुत एसिंक कल्चर था कि 1 हफ्ते का डेडलाइन है, ये सब काम करना है, ख़त्म करो एंड वी मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट थिंग. सब कुछ स्लैक पे होता था. गेटिंग द फाउंडर ऑन द कॉल वाज अ हैसल बिकॉज ही डिड नॉट लाइक कॉल्स. तो बहुत एसिंक था. सेकेंड वाले में ही रियली वॉन्टेड कॉल्स. तो 1 घंटा आई विल से कि हर 2-3 दिन में भी 1 घंटा कॉल करना पड़ता था. थर्ड वाला वॉज ही डिड नॉट वॉन्टेड मच कॉल्स, बट तब भी हफ्ते में 2-3 घंटे कॉल हो जाता था.
This is mind blowing because in big tech, like you're so much of your time.
कोई
goes-
स्टैंड अप नहीं था, मैं खुश था.
Like there are days in big tech जब पूरा दिन like you're just doing meetings. So that's what makes like startups really accelerating and you learn so much. So can you share in your iOS development journey which year has taught you the most and how you got the skills to where you are? Most of the skills.
So 2021 में I got COVID, and that was my last year of college. And उस टाइम पे I was handling these 3 clients and I had to let go of all of them because kind of brain fog हो गया था COVID के बाद. तो I had no jobs. तो मैं टेक्निकल राइटिंग शुरू किया एंड उसमें आई वॉज अर्निंग अ बिट, बट जो आई वॉज लाइक 3-4 lakhs अर्न था वो एकदम कम होके 50-60,000 पे आ गया. एंड इट इज़ वेरी डिस्करेजिंग कि तुम इतना एक हाइट अचीव कर लिया एंड यू लाइक विश ऑल गॉन. सो आई गॉट अ रिमोट ऑफर. आई थिंक इट वॉज 2.5 lakhs. इट वॉज अ स्टेबल 8 hours कॉन्ट्रैक्ट और छुट्टी. यूरोपियन कंपनी थी तो पूरे 28 दिन की छुट्टी मिलती थी एंड दे वर वेरी लीनियंट एंड दे वांटेड मी टू वर्क. इट वाजंट मच ऑफ कोडिंग पार्ट बट इट वाज लाइक डेवलपर एडवोकेट रोल, एंड in that role I had to travel, like to go to conferences. So in 2023 I got to go to Chicago for a talk, and वहाँ पे I was like traveling is fun, especially अगर कोई पे कर दे.
Exactly.
Yeah. So 2023 taught me, like, it wasn't much on the iOS. Oh, it was on the iOS skills because when I was working for that company, I was also on the weekends working on my own framework which I open sourced, क्योंकि मेरा जो भी डे जॉब था वो कर रहा था, उससे मेरा पैसा बन रहा था, तो मैं जो भी अपना साइड पे काम कर रहा था मेरे को उससे कोई वो नहीं था कि मुझसे पैसा बनाना है। तो आराम से मैं गिटहब पे डालता था, लोग देखो, शेयर करो, यूज़ करो अपने उसमें, एंड देन समबडी रीच आउट टू मी कि यू कैन लाइक कैन यू हेल्प अस विथ आवर वर्क, विल पे यू वेल, एंड आई वाज लाइक, मैंने ऐसे रैंडम नंबर बोल लिया, पे मी $60 एन आवर, एंड दे वर लाइक ओके, और मैंने बोला $60 तो बहुत ज़्यादा है, क्योंकि $60 इवन इफ आई डू लाइक पार्ट टाइम इट वाज लाइक 4 lakhs a month for part time, and I was like it's a good money. So and then because I was like the second hire, तो पूरा ownership मिला था मुझे from the back end to the front end, and जो भी network call सब कुछ मैं ही handle कर रहा था, तो it was a huge learning curve because पूरा app Swift UI में था, तो I could go through all this, and because it had a lot of elements कि social media app था, like social media app में chatting आ गया, and उसको तुम्हारे उसके सारे caching करना, आपको data सब कुछ manage करना है, notifications manage करने हैं, images के resolutions अच्छे से होने चाहिए कि लो इंटरनेट व्यू चले, म्यूज़िक सोशल मीडिया था तो म्यूज़िक भी अच्छे से चलना चाहिए. दैट टॉट मी अ लॉट इन द iOS डेवलपमेंट वर्ल्ड.
Wow, I can relate so much. So, dosto, listen this carefully. He's sharing that he has the best trajectory starting many in the middle of career when he was not working for a company only. He was working for himself as well. He was building things from scratch for your framework. Maybe like in my journey as well, I work on iOS development. I work on Objective-C. When I created my own proxy, own apps from scratch in Objective-C, that was the time, and use that in a big project with million lines of code. That is the year I learned most as well.
Exactly. Like when you start working on your own stuff, this is the way like coding should be learned. Like if you, I got into this tutorial hell कि मैं छोटे apps बना रहा हूँ YouTube videos देख के, then I watch something again. So it's like you're always handheld, and getting out of that comfort zone is very difficult. कॉलेज में एक गेम मेरे को चाहिए था टाइम पास करने के लिए, मेट्रो स्टेशन, क्योंकि 1 घंटे की राइड होती थी कॉलेज से. आई जस्ट मेड दिस ग्रेडियंट गेम करके कि यू हैव अ ग्रेडियंट, टारगेट ग्रेडियंट, एंड यू हैव अ कलर, तो यू हैव RGB स्लाइडर्स ऐसे मूव करने हैं फॉर लेफ्ट एंड राइट. वो ऐप से आई गॉट क्लाइंट्स. आई थॉट कि वो मैंने अपने मज़े के लिए बनाया था, एंड दैट ऐप गॉट मी क्लाइंट्स, बट इट टॉट मी अ लॉट अबाउट हाउ टू बिल्ड ऐप्स, हाउ टू गो थ्रू द डिज़ाइन साइकिल एज वेल. लेकिन वो सुंदर सा ऐप होना चाहिए.
Totally. So now here in your development career, 2023 में you were in your peak. So now what were your goals? एक Indian developer के लिए making lakhs and like having a remote jobs, traveling. What was your next ambition? Because एक average person, like I personally think कि I'm on a stage as well. I would call myself set कि चलो यही maintain करते हैं, घूमते हैं, फिरते काम करते हैं. But you didn't stop. You were more ambitious. Can tell me why and what are you doing next?
So in 2024, I got laid off.
Oh no!
So this company that I was working, this startup that I was working for, they ran out of money in May. And मैं WWDC का टिकट्स वगैरह सब कुछ ले रखा था based on कि मेरे को वापस आके मेरे को सैलरी मिलेगी. I still haven't got the salary because they just ran out of funds and they just had no way to pay me.
So they didn't pay for the last month of work?
Yes. So अभी भी वो अटका हुआ है, like I think $2,000. And at that time I was like कि because I was so dependent on just one client, then I realized okay, freelancing में this is why like people say कि freelancing में it's a business, ऊपर नीचे होगा, and you have to. मैंने ऊपर भी देख लिया और मैंने नीचे भी देख लिया अच्छा खासा. उसके बाद आई वॉज लाइक लेट्स ट्राई टू डू समथिंग ऑफ माई ओन. सो जून से पहले इट वॉज लाइक अच्छा खासा 2-3 लाख आ रहा है पार्ट टाइम 2 घंटे 3 घंटे काम करके, विच इज़ वेरी हैप्पी. एंड देन वापस ज़ीरो से स्टार्ट करना है, एंड इट इज़ वेरी डिफिकल्ट. तुम 5 साल स्टेबल क्वेश्चन अच्छा आ रहा है एंड यू लाइक वापस ज़ीरो, बिकॉज जब तुम ITR भरते हो लाइक पिछले साल से कम नहीं होना चाहिए. सो I started working on my own stuff. It didn't work out much well, but then Cursor was introduced, which is like an AI editor for like working with AI editor, which is like a fork of VS Code. उस पर मैंने development शुरू किया.
Wait, so for those who don't know what Cursor is, it is a fork. It's a project. They just took VS Code. उसके अंदर there's GitHub Copilot. They just took VS Code, added their own chatbot, just like GitHub Copilot. They created their own, and it's an AI first ID.
Yeah. And at that time, it has been there for a while. I think 2023 से ही था.
But famous अभी हुआ है.
Famous 2024 में हुआ, I think August या July के time पे.
Yeah.
And उसके बाद they have been working crazy उस पे, and it's very good. Like for development, I have been using it a lot. Like I run out of credits in the first week. And उस पे I was like कि I started writing a lot of articles. And because iOS development पे कोई भी इस पे काम नहीं कर रहा था, so I was like कि let's go out of the comfort zone, be the first one to do this. And people really appreciated them. Then I was like, I have so much to share कि मैं इतना blog post नहीं लिख सकता. I will just create a book. And I wrote a book, and that did well. It made like lakhs of sale.
Lakhs of sales.
As in like not the number lakhs, but like the revenue.
Oh wow.
So it was enough to like, then I got this thing कि मैं कोरिया गया था, and my aim कि कोरिया की फ्लाइट टिकट्स कवर हो जाए. Like when I was writing the book कि 40,000 कवर हो जाए, मैं खुश हो जाऊँगा. But it covered the whole entire Korea trip. While I was enjoying in Korea, मेरे को notifications आ रहे थे कि somebody bought your book. And that high that you get वो freedom वाला is unmatchable.
I want to pull up a quote. ये आप ही का quote है. You said that when change of places happen when you're traveling, you feel more productive instead of less productive. जब आप travel करते हो, right? With your cache memory, you have a cache memory of tension कि यार ये काम करना है, वो करना है, ये नहीं होगा तो ये होगा, ये नहीं होगा तो ये होगा. That cache memory gets resetted.
Yep.
So आपके mind में new fresh memories are of the location.
Yep.
Past grudges are gone, and now you're focusing on your work with an excitement.
Yep.
So that's why you feel more productive.
And there's another thing, like if you go to some amazing countries like Vietnam and Thailand, वहाँ पे you can get a very nice hotel. I won't even say hotel. You can get an apartment, duplex apartment. तो उसमें जो काम करने का मज़ा है कि बाहर you see this whole view and you are working on your stuff. You feel way more productive. और like वहाँ से कोई कैफ़े में जाके काम करो, आराम से एक वियतनामीज़ कॉफ़ी पी रहा हूँ मैं. उसका जो काम कर रहा हूँ वो जो फोकस होता है घर पे तो नहीं हो पाता अब.
वो और इनफैक्ट यार नो डिसरिस्पेक्ट टू इंडिया, आई गेट शॉक्ड कि यार वहाँ पे मील्स इंडिया से सस्ते हैं. लाइक यू कैन गेट अ meal like rice and chicken for $1.50 I got from Thailand. Banh mi sandwich for $1 in Vietnam. It's just crazy. Like India mein chicken and rice is really expensive, but vegetarian food, with respect, it's way cheaper in India. आप बाहर जाके दाल चावल सस्ते में अमृतसर में तो 10-20 रुपए में मिलते हैं.
अरे डिमांड सप्लाई की बात है, बट द मेन थिंग इज कि इंडिया के कैफेज में यू कैन वर्क, बट बाहर इट्स जस्ट क्योंकि एक कैफ़े कल्चर की जो बात होती है कि मैं आराम से काम कर रहा हूँ, दे हैव पोर्ट्स एवरीवेयर एंड कॉफ़ी भी उतनी महंगी नहीं होती.
वही इंडिया में भाई 500 रुपीज कॉफी पे 300 to 500 खर्च के यू गेट पोर्ट्स एंड कम्युनिटी. वहाँ पे लाइक जस्ट
$150. हाँ,
100-150 रुपए में हो जाए.
वियतनामीज कॉफ़ीज आराम से पिया एंड आई रियली लाइक्ड इट. सो आई थिंक आई हैव विजिटेड 12 to 13 countries in the past 2 years. I have taken at least 2 to 3 flights every month since 26 or 27 months. So like I kind of so used to traveling, and I'm so productive in like flights as well now ki it's a different, like once you get adapted to what you have. And then I got upgraded to business class abhi SF से Hong Kong में, and that's such a big motivator to work ki it's like you don't want to get out of the aircraft.
Totally. That's my same motivation as well. For example, अभी we are at CS. मैं सुबह 6 घंटे काम करके आता हूँ. I work 6 hours, then go to CS, come back, finish my coding, like जितना, and then I sleep. I feel more productive and more recharged. Like घर में roommates की problem, I live with roommates के अगर कोई घर में appliance टूट गया, वो सब stress बाहर है. You just focus on this, you feel way more productive.
Yeah, environment change is needed every now and then, and I would say कि there's this thing, intrinsic motivation to work, and there's this intrinsic as well. So intrinsic is there कि काम करना है, hustle करना है, focus होके, discipline है, that is there. But you can augment it by having an external change as well.
So this was your travel journey. Let's come back to your cursor. So अभी 2023 के बाद you get laid
24.
off. 2024 में
Yes,
you got laid
हाँ.
off. So 2024 में you got laid off. You were like set. Life is amazing, but you were forced to hustle again. So that's how you created.
Yes.
So Abhi, can you tell us about how you get your new opportunity after getting laid off, and how Cursor AI changed your life?
So after I worked on the Cursor AI wali book, I also added, there's a Windsurf software as well, and GitHub Copilot, and there's a tool called as Alex Sidebar for Xcode. And the idea is that it is the Cursor for Xcode because it provides an experience. जो Cursor में there's this back and forth of going with Xcode की development. मैंने बहुत try किया, but it was like you're always working against the system. And वो friction हमेशा feel होता है. Like I got exhausted of it. So when I got to know about Alex Sidebar, I was very happy कि it's a sidebar on the side, as the name suggests.
So you don't have to open, basically like Cursor is a different application. You
Exactly.
code in Xcode for iOS. You have to switch between applications.
Yes.
Now you are in just one app.
Yes, so it's Xcode on your left and the sidebar on your right, which has the whole chat interface. But there are many more features which are built on top. Ki it feels like वो native है, Xcode के लिए बना है. So they reached out to me like, can you work with us on the documentation? And I was like very happy to, because मैंने already book में बहुत कुछ लिख रखा था. So I had like A to Z information कि कैसे काम करता है.
Wait, आपको पता है Twitter के थ्रू चला साइडबार के बारे में?
मेरे को हाँ साइडबार का ट्विटर के बारे में पता चला, and because I had already written about Alex Sidebar in my book, so I gifted my book to the founder, and then he reached out to me in like a few weeks later. Do you want to work with us? So it was an instant yes for me, and they were paying me well enough to like just go all in on Alex Sidebar, and because the opportunity was very very different from anything that I have done, because मैं start documentation से किया, then I helped them with the marketing, working on the Discord stuff and as well. Then because I use the app on daily basis, I can feel जो भी bugs या कुछ issues आ रहे हैं, I was like give me the code access as well. मैं छोटे छोटे fixes कर दूंगा, and छोटे अच्छा सा कोई feature हो, मैं जैसे एक voice mode feature है, I added that because I really love like just dictating my prompts instead of typing them.
Totally, that shows Rudrank your personality. You are giving not just in coding. आप free में चीजें दे रहे हो. You're not like हर चीज के पीछे motive नहीं ढूंढते हो. He's in person as well. He helped me so much before I met him. Right? He said कि CS में इधर जाना चाहिए, इधर जाना चाहिए. And even in coding, you were trying to help the company sidebar, and you got a return as well.
Exactly.
So हमेशा हम जब स्टूडेंट होते हैं, we have a giving nature, but जब हम जॉब पे जाते हैं, we don't have that giving nature. We have like कि अगर पैसा देगा तो काम करेंगे. But how do you have that nature even now?
Because I knew कि मेरे को एकदम कॉलेज से I do not want to go through the rankings कि मैं अभी SD1 हूँ, then SD2 बनूंगा, फिर 3 बनूंगा, फिर senior बनूंगा, फिर staff बनूंगा. So I didn't have to work for that कि अब मेरे को promotion चाहिए. So I always कि this is what I learned when I wrote the Cursor वाली book कि मैंने free में articles लिखे because I wanted to, but when I did the pre-order of the book, people literally just bought it because Rudrank wrote it. कि इसने इतना सारा community में दिया है तो book अच्छी ही होगी. And I was amazed कि just because I gave away like for free, I'm getting so much more in return. So my plan is कि I do not want to gatekeep the knowledge जो I have. So I try my best कि मैं सारे blog posts जो book में लिखता हूँ, I will just एक एक करके I will just write as a blog post as well, because I have seen the returns are always multifold when you do not have the expectations. गीता की तरफ जा रहा हूँ.
But totally, it connects to. I know we got to know your highest and low abhi tak, but what would you define? What's the highest and lowest point of your software engineering career?
I think my highest point in software engineering, I think the highest point would be now, because what I'm earning now is something I did not imagine before. Like, I won't reveal the figures.
Of course, no need to.
But it's good enough that I can live in any country I want.
Excellent. And lowest?
Lowest point was the layoff, because I just did not know what to do next. And that when the jo uncertainty hoti hai life mein, that's something is very hard to navigate, because when you are in school or college, there is someone like guide you or something कि आगे का रोड मैप पता है. अब ले ऑफ होने के बाद क्या करना है कोई आइडिया नहीं है. लाइक इट्स द सेम हसल अगेन कि यार क्या मैं जॉब ढूंढूं, क्या मैं फ्रीलांस पे वापस जाऊं, जब मेरे को पता चल गया कि ऐसा भी हो सकता है. एंड उस टाइम पे द fear was too much कि AI जॉब रिप्लेस कर देगा. So I wasn't even sure कि फंडिंग गई है कि या AI से काम करवा रहे हैं. So I think that I would call my lowest.
Now let's share the knowledge for students starting. सबसे पहले I want to learn fully how to use Twitter for freelancing properly in 2025 and iOS and AI tools like Cursor. So let's start with, first of all, learning the skills. So how would you start in 2025 if you had to become an iOS developer from scratch?
So what I would do is, if I have to start right now, I would pick something that is bugging me too much कि मेरे को वो चेंज करना है अपनी ज़िंदगी में. लेट्स से कि मैं एक फ़्लाइट ट्रैवल करता हूँ जिसमें इंटरनेट अवेलेबल नहीं होता है फ्रॉम दिल्ली टू सैन फ्रांसिस्को. सो 16 hours विदाउट फ्लाइट, इट्स अ लॉट, लाइक विदाउट इंटरनेट, एंड it's very annoying to me. And because I travel domestic in the same airlines, उसमें 2 घंटे 3 घंटे I don't want that feeling कि मेरे पास कुछ भी नहीं है. So mainly this is a very big hurdle. So what I want is a chat app where I can chat with local large language models. So this is something earlier we would, like starting we would create to-do list app or something like that, or like a habit tracker app. I feel like the trend now is like in 2025 के एक AI chat app बनेगा, like when you're starting out in your career. So this is कि मुझे इस पे काम करना है because this is a problem for me, and I know that this is a problem for many people as well, because you will find कि a lot of people would want something कि phone पे अपने आप चले and you don't need the internet. Most of the time you are connected to internet, but there are certain times where you need this.
First step is find a problem you have, because if you have that problem, there are thousands of people who have that as well.
Yes, the probability is very high.
Very high. So go work on it and work in the field what you love to learn. For example, आप iOS के लिए passionate थे, तो build it in iOS.
क्योंकि मेरे पास iPhone हमेशा रहता है, MacBook यूज़ करता हूँ, तो it's much easier कि iPhone निकाला and I can just chat on my own app. And so this is the thing, find a problem that you want to work on, then learn कि AI से ही, मतलब let's say I won't name any like app that I promote. Let's say there's a chat app that you're using, उसमें you will ask, teach me this, like I'm a 5-year-old is very less. Let's say कि I'm new to programming और मुझे basic सीखने हैं कि कैसे iOS developer बनना है. So you start with Xcode, you learn कि वो उसका editor कैसे देखता है, because you have to work with Xcode when you're shipping an app. Then the basics of Swift programming language. If you have written some other language, the basics, the foundations always remain the same कि loops use करना है and if and else, like conditional statements होंगे. And then these are the definitions that you need to know. And the way you can leverage AI is you just ask it, you teach it, then ask it to give some examples, practical examples of iOS. Then you learn them, try it out in Xcode. Then ask it again कि I did learn this, now reason me on this, or like test me on this, and make it a teacher, learner, anything. It's everything for you now.
Totally. And I think this is a great way. In the end, my favorite prompt these days is मैं कोई topic सीख रहा होता हूँ ना, after the question, you know what I ask in the end? Tell me the things that I don't know but you know. Tell me the things that mistakes I am doing, I don't know, you know. So you know, sometimes आपको होता है ना, किसी की गलती निकालना आसान होता है. So अगर आप क्वेश्चन आंसर कर रहे हो, you giving a test to AI, ask कि कहाँ पे आप improve कर सकते हो. What is something like? This is a very important final prompt which helps you कि हाँ, this is how I can improve.
And one very important thing while doing this learning is do not take shortcuts. I have done this myself and it is very difficult because abhi I developed the app for Alex sidebar, and I was learning Next.js and Tailwind CSS. And जो मुझे cursor prompt दे रहा था, I would just accept all changes. And I wasn't looking at the code at all. But then थोड़ा सा bug आया, then I had to like go back and look at it and try to find it. But अगर मैं पहले ही कर देता तो I would have found it myself. So don't take the shortcut and just over rely on AI, because just imagine if it's like, let's say, gone from this world, will you still be able to code like that or not? And if not, then there's a problem.
This is how you become an iOS developer. Now coming to the AI part, especially with Cursor AI, you did a complete 2.5-hour live session. कैसे आप AI use कर सकते हो? And even in that, a simple change जो आपको 10 सेकंड लगेंगे. Cursor AI would like reset it, reset the whole file. It's so annoying. No AI agent is perfect. No AI buddy is perfect.
उस live stream, that whole live stream was impromptu, and I regret कि वो impromptu हो गया, because बहुत, I think 1 घंटा मैंने उस live stream में just इसमें waste किया, because it was repeating itself. And the thing is, as of now, when you're watching this video, is that it is not there yet, like the AI agents that we have. So the best way to make use of it is similar to how you would work yourself. तुम पूरे एक feature को एक बार में नहीं बनाने वाले हो. अगर if you are making that, then you don't need the AI stuff. But if you want to take help of AI, just use it in a very proper way. Like recently I learned like what you can have is a file. Write step 1 कि ये मुझे implement करा, very small thing कि let's say network call करना है, just add this endpoint to this, and then in the chat you say कि implement step 1, वो implement करेगा उस file को देखकर, then उस पर step 2 write something, it implements it, and you find some like it is not as good as that you want, then in that file write update 1 and then implement update 1. So it's like a very step by step way, so you know what's happening, and the model also knows what's happening. The chances of it hallucinating is very less because you are giving it in a very structured way.
So you have to teach like a baby, like abhi AI agents like Cursor, AI, like you have to be very, very good with context. कि context छोटा रखना है, just change here, and that's how it will work. अगर आप ऐसे नहीं कह सकते कि like give 5 files and update all together, it will mess up, it will hallucinate.
Because as your app grows, your code base grows, especially in terms of Swift UI, and अगर कोई नया feature डाल लो, you have to send like the environments in different places. वो उस पे the chances of it messing that up in all the files or not adding them to all the files is, it gets higher as your code base grows. So this is something that you have to keep in mind as the time that you're watching this video. It is not there yet, but I am very confident कि इस साल there will be enough changes कि हम जो भी अभी discuss कर रहे हैं won't be relevant. It will be so good.
But same with Devin. Like I did a video as well comparing Devin and Cursor, like one of the CS job declining video, if you want to check out. So in that also I said कि Devin is good with debugging with big projects, but Cursor is good with coding, because Devin में क्या है, if the AI model hallucinates कुछ ज़्यादा, if you want change one file, वो 10 file में change कर देता है. You have to wait for the cycle, give prompt again, and it will create the PR again, and आपको like you have to waste like 45 like whatever 15-20 minutes it takes to do the whole end to end code change, PR. You waste 20 minutes जो आप 1 minute में कर सकते थे.
Which, because in right now the process is कि there's no human in the loop. So this is very important, having the human in the loop as of now, कि जो भी agent काम कर रहा है, you can kind of see कि क्या changes हो रहे हैं, and you have to have that supervision. And again, bringing to what I said in the beginning, learning to code or knowing how to code is more than important than ever, because when you know कि code के में क्या change हुआ है जो AI ने किया है, if you don't know what is happening, it's like a black box. तुम दिक्कत आ रही है and you just accept all, फिर दिक्कत आई and you're not happy with it, but you have no idea how to fix it. So because I have been doing iOS for like 6-7 years, so when I see some errors, I know कि वो कहाँ पे उसने दिक्कत की है. So my prompts are much different versus when I'm writing web development, because I haven't done web development. So उसमें जो गलतियाँ करता हूँ मैं versus what I do in iOS are like very different.
But this, I want to disagree again कि ये like thinking of this as a black box is an advantage as well as a disadvantage. This is neural networks. They are black box.
Yes.
No one understands them, properly. Very few, like maybe like 1% of the AI industry understands them. But because we have so much compute power, hum changes karke, we change the parameters and we get new output and we test and make it work. We do not get to see what is inside it. Same can be maybe possible. It's just hypothetically in software engineering as well. If you have enough compute power, आप black box को multiple times test, try, and build करके you can make it work too. You agree or not?
I agree, but the time and the energy that you waste on doing the trial and error, you can manually do it yourself. So at the end, you have to see why are you even using the AI tools. तुम्हें अपना टाइम और एनर्जी डिक्रीज करना है. एक जो काम बहुत मंडीन टास्क हैं और जो ऑटोमेट हो सकते हैं उसको तुम ऑटोमेट करना चाहोगे, वो खुद ना करके, और जो मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट टास्क है उस पर फोकस करोगे. एंड वो इम्पॉर्टेंट टास्क पे यू वांट योरसेल्फ इन द लूप सो यू कैन वर्क विद इट. एंड इवन दोज यू वांट कि एआई इसको ऑगमेंट करे, नॉट कि वो सब कुछ करे, बिकॉज इफ इट messes it up then you have to like get back and solve it, and उसमें ज़्यादा टाइम वेस्ट होगा. So it's like just understand कि outcome क्या चाहते हो AI tools use करने का.
Totally. So this was how to learn AI and iOS. Now, how to get freelancing opportunities in 2025? If you had to restart your journey on Twitter or any of freelance platforms, how would you start now?
So what I have learned is what you are working on, if you don't show it on socials, it feels like you did not work on that. So especially this is very important when you're not in a full-time job, because of course you cannot share the ND because of the NDAs and stuff. But if you are working on a startup and they don't have very strict NDAs, you can share कि आज मैंने इस पे काम किया, इस पे काम किया. There are a lot of people who are following your journey, and this is how I got most of my client work. Like I was working on a health app and I showed how to work on it and I wrote articles, and then somebody reached out to me that we are working on this app, can you help us with that? This is how I got, I think, all my opportunities related to this. Either it's on LinkedIn or Twitter. So I try to post both on both of them.
Oh, got it. So at the end of the day, जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. So if your work doesn't speak for itself.
So coming to that, GitHub पे open source बहुत काम किया मैंने, in at least in the past few years, because as you said, जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. Like I do not have to prove myself कि मेरे को coding आती है, because if they say कि you have to do lead code, I don't think I have done lead code in like 4 years now. Like I got a very big opportunity last year, to work for a company, and they were paying very good, but they wanted me to go through like a 3-4 interview process जो 2 घंटे चलता of lead code, and I did not want to waste my time doing lead code, because I just feel कि वो time अपना development में use कर सकता हूँ, which makes me more happier. Lead code did not make me happier.
Absolutely. Like, you know, अभी इस जितने भी startups हैं, they don't care much about lead code. Like big tech still cares about lead code, but startups don't. They're very fast moving.
So the alternative to that is to show your work, and when you have more people using your work, they reached out to you ki just work for us, and because they are using my framework, they know how I can code.
So like you make your own framework, right? आपने अपना framework भी खुद बनाया है. So coming to that, like framework, I have realized कि अगर आपको completely remote जाना है, right? If you want to have something ready-made once, एक बार framework बना लिया, like for example WebRTC frameworks, like अगर आपको video chat बनानी है, that API, that library is like so expensive. That person just made it once. हर बार iOS versions, when they come again, he updates the library, the team updates the library, and that's it. It's minimum work, maximum returns. So is that the motive behind creating frameworks, or what is the
For me, the motive was कि like the biggest framework that I have is it started as a wrapper, a thin wrapper over Apple Music API. I made that, it was like, the main idea was because I was working on a lot of music apps, मेरे को अपने apps में चाहिए था, so I was not going to copy paste code, so एक package open source कर दिया, and I use it on all my apps. Because I was using it in my apps, I could dog food it and add more features to the framework.
Dog food is basically your own For just using for yourself.
for using myself and finding the issues and like more features that I want. And uske baad that framework started growing because more people started using, they found issues and features that they wanted. And then I started accepting their PRs. And then it started out as a wrapper over Apple Music API, and now it is much, much bigger than that. Like I have private APIs as well in there, which I shouldn't have, but because it's open source, you can just look at them to even understand how it works. Like to give an example, like Apple Music lyrics endpoint is private, but I found a way to like get that endpoint. So now you can see how is the code to work with that.
So what does the framework do end to end? So basically, आप lyrics देख सकते हो. You can click on.
So like a main framework idea is like when you're working with the Apple Music API, there are a few lines of code that you have to work with. So what I did was every line is like one single line. एक song लिखना है, you just get the song ID, you get the whole song. And there are a lot of APIs which are, so there's a framework called as Music Kit, which is like only for iOS and macOS. It's good, but it lacks some functionality जो Apple Music API provide करता है.
So goal क्या? Like for user, can you share for user?
It's for as a developer is like अपने app में अगर आपको Apple Music API, Apple Music integration चाहिए, it should be as seamless as possible.
So like you make it easier for any developer. Let's say like new maps मैं create करता हूँ. I want Apple Music to be
Yes.
always visible below, like something like that. That's possible in Android, not in iPhone. But like let's say you want it on the dynamic island.
Yes, then like so you need an app की बनाना है, like even a menu bar app on a Mac OS छोटा सा अपने लिए बनाना है. The process should be as seamless. एक दो line of code में you can get the song playing as well
From Apple Music.
and searching for it as well. Yes.
Wow. So that possible in an external third party app. Which is great.
Which you create, and it is powered by my framework. So the idea is because when you create a framework, you have an idea on how you can ship it to developers, and this is helpful because when you're working on an app, you kind of just want to ship it because users don't care. But when you're working on the developers, on a client, or like a package, you need to make sure that it is seamless for developers because they are using your code. The consumer is not using your code. It's a huge difference, like in mindset.
So what is the end goal with the framework?
My idea in all the frameworks that I work on, I have many like these, इसकी एक लाइन में सब कुछ हो जाना चाहिए.
But like revenue.
Abstraction. No revenue.
No revenue.
कोई
Just-
revenue नहीं.
Just giving to the community.
Giving to the community, I just want the betterment of anybody who is working with Apple Music, and it feels good when someone is like, I'm using it in your app, it's awesome work, thank you so much. It feels nice.
Amazing. An interesting question here will be like, how would you use LinkedIn differently versus Twitter for finding remote jobs? Like DM LinkedIn पे भी कर सकते हैं, Twitter पे भी कर सकते हैं. But where come the difference?
So Twitter पे it's very, I wouldn't say personal, but I share a lot of like a built-in public journey. कुछ भी छोटी चीज़ पे काम कर रहा हूँ, I would just post on Twitter, and I don't do that on LinkedIn. LinkedIn पे it's mostly like official announcements. I am thrilled to work on this stuff, and like the final product, this is what I usually show to the people. But Twitter पे it's the unfinished start that you see, like the basic UI, the bare bones. I never post that on LinkedIn for some reason because this is how LinkedIn is.
Correct.
And even when I'm writing a blog post, I would just announce on Twitter कि मैं इस पे blog post लिखने वाला हूँ. But on LinkedIn, it's always like when I actually ship the blog post, then I will post it there.
But how would opportunities would be different? अगर किसी opportunity grab करनी है, some CEOs hiring, how would you step by step reach out? Like आप DM करोगे, email ढूंढोगे, what do you do?
So it's been a long time I have like searched for an opportunity. I'm trying to be humble, okay? On LinkedIn, you would usually try to find jobs. Like you just search for iOS jobs in your country or use the word remote, and then you'll find some jobs, and then you can just go through the qualification and see if you know this or not. Otherwise, right now for me, it's like because I post so much on LinkedIn, I get a lot of exposure. I can see in the LinkedIn, the view profile option that most of the people that see my profile, it has this line that they saw your profile via feed, which means that my post came onto your feed and then they clicked on my profile picture. And this is very important to know because that's how recruiters reach out to me. So when I'm like there's sometimes like right now I'm at CES, so I'm not posting much. So I can see that I don't get as much of recruiter mails, the in mails. But when I'm posting a lot, let's say, I think last month I was posting a lot about MLX, which is a framework for working with machine learning on Apple Silicon. So usme I was posting a lot, like every single day I was posting about my articles. Then I was getting a lot of recruiter mails, ki let's join our startup.
So these are amazing ways. LinkedIn and Twitter are both different and very powerful. So LinkedIn pe, just because of a post, a recruiter can reach out to you. Twitter pe, the founder can reach out to you or any passionate engineer. They refer you, right? That's the main difference. But the cycle is same.
The cycle is same. The main thing in both is, first is consistency. The second is you have to post without the expectations, because in the beginning it's very difficult, and it's not like when you see those, it's like somebody got lucky. You create your own luck is something what I've learned. And it's like when I say you create your own luck, the idea is like you throw as many darts as possible so that the luck surface area increases. So the more I post on LinkedIn or Twitter, the more exposure I get, the more people the right people I can reach out to, because there are some posts that sometimes get viral and then I get more DMs, but it's not like every tweet is getting viral. There are still tweets जिस पे 1 या 2 likes आते हैं, and I won't. It is disheartening when you're at this following. It's like 1-2 like आ रहे हैं and then you're like क्या हो रहा है ये? But then again you post something and then you get hundreds of likes.
I remember I tweet anything related to Apple, उस पर millions में चले जाएंगे. One I got like 3 million. Randomly एक webcam of MacBook. It got 3 million, and other ones would be almost like 0, like 500, 100. So I think Twitter अभी Elon Musk ने भी किया था.
Algorithm change हुआ है.
Algorithm change हो रहा है, and something जो ज़्यादा engaging है, like specifically technical. If it is useful for even 5 people, they repost, it keeps out reach out. मतलब अगर किसी को आपके followers को 100 लोगों को अच्छा नहीं लग रहा, तो आपके 10,000 तक भी नहीं जाएगा. It's a very weird algorithm.
It's a very weird algorithm right now, and this is one thing that is very different from software engineering, because this is kind of a content creator side that you have to also explore, because there's a massive drop in engagement in the past few weeks, and it is difficult when you're at this followers and you're like, even when you're not even, the engagement rate has increased, but the number of people who are seeing the post has decreased, which is something very difficult to tackle, because अगर तुम्हारे followers नहीं बढ़ रहे हैं उस speed से, there's a very different mindset shift as well, because as a software engineer बस code करना है, but we have to think in this content creator way कि अपना account भी grow करना है, अपना brand grow करना है. There's a lot of things that goes into play, so it's difficult, but it's like just take one day at a time. आज एक post करना है, just जो things अपने control में है उस पे focus करना है, चीज़ें पोस्ट करनी है, हसल करना है, कुछ काम करना है रोज़ का जिसे पोस्ट कर सके. So there was one example that I can give is this hackathon that happened last year in September. It was like a huge 45 days hackathon, and there was one prize कि you built in public every day the app that you're working on. First I was like कि Twitter post करूँगा, but then I was like अगर मैं Twitter post करूँगा, how will I stand out? The prize money was $5,000, which I still have saved because I want to like use that money to take my mother on her first international trip. So in that I was like इस पे मुझे stand out करना है. So I started writing Twitter threads. I started writing one article every day. I started working on like पूरा ऐप पे रोज़ काम कर रहा था, रोज़ 8-10 घंटे. I also started posting one vlog every day, 10 से 20 मिनट के, कि आज मैंने ये किया, पूरा उस पे ऐप पे दिखाऊंगा कि ये किया. In the beginning एक दोस्त था राघव सेठी और यश who would post on like or comment उस पे. Nobody would in the beginning, at least the first few weeks, and it was disheartening कि मैं 10-20 मिनट के vlogs रोज़ बना रहा हूँ, लोग उस पर interact भी नहीं कर रहे. But as soon as like day by 30, day 40 तक, people are like ये इसको ही जीतना चाहिए अब, because there's just no other competition. I was the competition. So this is what I learned. When you are consistent, it compounds.
Amazing. That's a great lesson. Like I think anything you do, consistency is most important. And क्योंकि आपने इतने tutorials बना दिए थे, you were the only person people can look forward कि यार अगर नई चीज आएगी, Swift UI 16 comes, or like right now we are 6, we can look up for your videos.
or something like Swift UI plus AI का कुछ आता है iOS का, they will know कि he has worked on this cursor plus some AI. He is the guy to reach out to.
Absolutely.
And on the consistency part, there is one thing is that even on this, everyone can be consistent. How do you stand out? So there's this consistent plus learning, or like I don't think reinforcement learning is a good word to say, but the idea is that you reward yourself on what is working in your consistency and what is not. Because अगर एक ही चीज़ बार बार कर रहा हो, रिजल्ट नहीं आ रहा, then you're still at the same position, right? उस पर भी काम करना है कि जो वीडियोस मैं देख रहा हूँ उस पर अच्छा आ रहा है, जो वीडियोस अच्छे नहीं आ रहे उस पर क्यों नहीं आ रहा है. सेम फॉर ट्वीट्स, क्यों अच्छा engagement नहीं आ रहा है. और कुछ I'm not going to change what I work on, but I will change the way I tweet as well. कि इमेजेस डाल रहा हूँ तो उस पर अच्छा फीडबैक आ रहा है, सुंदर से वीडियोस बना रहा हूँ उस पर आ रहा है. इट डजंट टेक मच टाइम टू मेक वीडियोस, वेरी स्मॉल स्निपेट्स, एंड इट्स जस्ट ऑफ दिस इंस्टेड ऑफ जस्ट राइटिंग द ट्वीट. एंड इवन फॉर ब्लॉग पोस्ट, अगर कौन से ideas are like hit in the market, something that I can write a book on next. So these are like small experiments that you do while being consistent. There's one quote that I had that I told my sister is, being consistent is not enough. You have to be consistently great.
Amazing. So you have to try different things and they have to be like good.
In the beginning, सब कुछ try करना है. Then you will get an idea कि क्या चल रहा है. Like when I tweet something, I know कि ये वाला tweet banger होगा. Like I had this intuition.
Excellent. So thank you so much, Rudrank. It was wonderful talking to you. You gave excellent insights into your life. And once again, yaar, just any engineer watching who hasn't tried, try working remote at least once. You become happier for sure.
There is trade-offs as well. Like the main thing that I've been starting to learn is like, itna async work ho gaya tha that I was craving to have meetings. Like right now, my job has this one daily stand-up that we do for like half an hour, which I enjoy talking to because I get to like show like a baby, like I'm a proud, like show what I'm working on. So which is also something good, but and you also crave having some co-workers. So now I go to some co-working space to work. So you also need that the change of environment, as I mentioned. So there are trade-offs, but the freedom that you get from working from remote, like the times when I'm like working by the pool and enjoying the weather, you cannot get that in a cubicle.
Or the same cheese, going back home is important. Inka base, your base has always been India.
Yeah.
Going back to Gurgaon to stay with your parents, then 2-3 weeks out. मैं भी यही करता हूँ. I do. We have so much similar stuff. I tell, हम बार-बार discuss कर रहे थे कि इतनी सारी चीजें हमारे में similar है that I travel, go back home, 2-3 weeks home, फिर एक हफ्ता बाहर. So this keeps a balance. आपकी family life भी सही रहती है, remote life भी सही रहती है, and you're more productive.
Because in this way, I'm not homesick. I'm here for like 2 weeks and I go home and then I will be at home for 2 weeks. Then I will maybe fly somewhere else. Then I'm flying to another country, like to few countries for 2 weeks. Then go to Japan for 3 weeks. So there's no time where I'm like kind of homesick.
Totally. So that's the way to go. Thank you so much, Rudrank. Wonderful talking, and hope to stay in touch. And thank you everyone for watching.